Our buildings were already talking to us. In the Pacific Northwest, we're finally listening. In the United States, we spend over $175 billion to power our commercial buildings. As much as $50 billion of that is wasted. Plugging an energy drain this big will take more than changing light bulbs. It will take a revolution in building energy use. The Pacific Northwest, a longtime leader in game-changing technologies and energy efficiency, is leading the way in developing and implementing smart building technologies. Smart building technology is the intersection of energy efficiency and IT. These new tools collect, analyze, and visualize building data, resulting in greater abilities to fix building problems and achieve deeper levels of efficiency and reliability.
We can put in more efficient equipment, and that gets us part of the way. But actually letting our building talk to us by taking data that's in the building's automation system and analyzing it and visualizing it in a way that turns into actionable information allows owners and operators to achieve the ultimate in energy efficiency by bringing together good equipment and operational performance.
In 2011, a group of leaders brought together by the Puget Sound Regional Council won an I6 Green Challenge grant from the U.S. Department of Commerce and forged a partnership to advance smart building technology. The story starts in Seattle.
The Seattle region is really rooted in innovation and cutting-edge technologies. So I think there's a real growing demand for smart building technology because, of course, it's the right thing to do, but it also helps with job creation, economic growth, and more sustainable communities.
Building owners want to make their buildings more energy efficient. The pathway to get there is getting good data and analyzing that data in a way that helps building owners achieve operational excellence in their buildings. And that's really what the Smart Building Center is all about.
The Smart Building Center, an I6 grant partner, has piloted a number of innovative tools in real-world buildings to help technology companies validate their solutions and gain traction in the marketplace. These hardware and software products help building owners save energy, cut down on costs, reduce risk, and improve comfort for occupants.
The buildings we work and play in every day have existing HVAC control systems. Historically, those systems have been very difficult to get data out of. With BuildPulse, you can plug in a simple network appliance, and then within hours, building operators, managers, and technicians can utilize the data out of these legacy control systems to make our buildings more comfortable, more energy efficient, and healthier for their tenants.
The 38Zeros Cloud Logger is a cellular-based data acquisition unit that, for just a couple $100, allows building owners to cloud connect their buildings, bring essential energy data to the cloud so they can take advantage of new smart building technologies.
At the same time, the City of Seattle High Performance Building Pilot is creating real-time energy savings using fault detectors that automatically detect anomalies in energy consumption. The pilot teams up the City of Seattle, Seattle 2030 District, Seattle City Light, Microsoft, and Accenture, which have set out to prove it's easier than people think to improve energy efficiency and save money.
The Seattle 2030 District helps connect members to a lot of building and energy tools and incentives that they don't necessarily know about.
Working to grow the Seattle 2030 District, the High Performance Building Pilot installs sensors throughout the buildings. Dashboards then show which equipment fixes will save the most money. The pilot buildings are so far saving 5 to 15% of their total energy bills. The University of Washington has 2 buildings in the pilot.
Before we implemented the pilot project, we performed maintenance on the systems, but we didn't have a lot of detailed analytics as to what was really happening and the best time to make changes. This program has given us more real-time information as to how the building is running and how to save energy dollars.
Across town, the Sheraton is using this information to prevent problems before they happen.
Looking at the analytics tools, we can do predictive maintenance versus waiting for that guest to call and complain that the room is too warm and then finding out the fan terminal unit has failed and there's nothing we can really do for them. Now we can look at that and get that data ahead of time. And so not only are we saving money and energy, but we're creating return business because people know when they come here they're going to be comfortable in their environment.
At Boeing, information from this pilot will be shared to make other buildings more efficient.
Boeing's committed to building fuel-efficient aircraft, and so we're trying to make sure our buildings are also energy efficient. So we're trying to leverage the smart building technology here in Seattle to understand the potential for our facilities across the country.
These technologies often create very good energy savings with a very positive return on investment. And if that can happen here in Seattle, where we have one of the lowest energy costs in the country, then it could potentially produce great financial savings in any building across the US.
Innovation is the key to the future for smart building technology. The i6 Green Challenge Grant has also funded work by the Clean Tech Open, a green business accelerator that empowers young companies that create innovative building technologies. Now, the Clean Tech Open is exporting best practices developed in Washington State throughout the country. The smart building technology market is expected to grow from $7 billion to $17.4 billion in the next 4 years. But these technologies don't work unless we have people who know how to properly listen to buildings. With i6 grant funding, South Seattle College has created the nation's first Bachelor of Applied Science and Sustainable Building Technology degree. This degree was designed in coordination with the industry to train the facility managers of tomorrow.
We are really talking now about a new generation of buildings, and those buildings are going to require a new kind of building manager, a new kind of person who understands not only the basic foundations of buildings, but also how to work with them with the new environmental controls and sustainable controls. And that's what we're training here in this degree program.
Be a part of the smart building movement to save energy and money. To learn more, go to smartbuildingscenter.org.